2 decent-sized things to get through.
What?
Danny Welbeck, should he go to the World Cup?
Who mentioned that a few weeks ago? Was it you, Jill?
Danny Welbeck, you've got basically Harry Kane as a centre-forward.
He scored again, though, didn't he?
Yeah, I don't know if you say, can he go to the World... He's got to be in with a chance. But
Should he be in the squad?
I think if
in the squad, yeah, the World Cup. Get him back in the squad, in the group.
Because he's scoring and he's taking good chances. He's playing really well. You can see where he is with the way he's taking the chances. If he carries on doing that for the season...
If it was now, you would, wouldn't you?
But yeah. If it comes to the end of the season, he's still having a good season.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Joint second top scorer, 6 goals.
I think he'll keep everyone grounded as well. He seems just...
What age is Danny? What age is he now?
34, is it?
Is he
So who would the forwards be? Harry?
I thought he was younger than that.
Well,
Harry...
Okay,
well, I might be
Harry
wrong,
goes, and then you've got Rashford, you've got
so.
Watkins, and you've got Welbeck,
Solanke,
Tony.
I'll take...
No, he'd be ahead of them.
Yeah,
He'd be ahead of them. You just mentioned
all of them.
Oh, no, the last couple you
Last
mentioned.
two. Tony and Solanke.
Yeah, he's ahead of them, sure.
Yeah,
with where he's playing.
We'll get back to Keane and Nev in just a quick second, but remember, if you like this video, please like, share and subscribe. Don't forget to click the notification button so that you know when the next Big D video hits. And as ever, if there's something on your mind, if something is bubbling up inside of you that you need to express, please express it in the comments. Big D reads all of the comments and he's always interested in what is on your mind. Anyway, in this clip, Roy Keane, Gary Neville, Righty, Scalzi and Jill, they talk about whether or not Danny Welbeck, yes, Danny Welbeck, and according to this clip, he's 34 years old and joint top scorer. Should he go to the World Cup next year in the United States of America? Is he good enough? Would he be good to be around the squad? They have their say. They also talk about the wealth of attacking talent that England used to produce. I mean, yeah, there is a lot if you think about it. But anyway, stick around for after the clip because the Big D is going to be giving his thoughts on whether or not Welbeck should be going to the World Cup. And he'll be talking about some of the legendary England strikers from yesteryear. Anyway, here they are.
So what if you're saying he's taking 3 forwards then? If he's taking 3 forwards, Danny carries on, he'll go. I think he probably will go.
Watkins, Kane.
Injuries.
Watkins, Kane, Welbeck.
Yeah, I'd take that. That wouldn't. I wouldn't have a problem with them 3.
Have you gone off Watkins? It's not
that I've gone off him, but like he just seems to have got.
I don't expect him to score goals anymore. You know, he
doesn't score a lot of goals.
Yeah. I just feel like he was somebody that's ready to blast, and like the finishes that you sometimes see him miss. And I've mentioned it before. You think those are the chances that you take that take you again to that place where I just need that one chance when I'm going to score, even if I only get.
Is this
chances.
Watkins?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just that you just
it
feel
seems
like
to me he chooses the wrong finish a lot.
Yeah. What about Villa playing out from the back at Anfield on Saturday?
Oh, there was so many turnovers.
Yeah.
I was like, I was actually thinking of you, thinking you'll be screaming at the telly just
crazy,
miss it out. It was crazy. I thought that.
So Danny Welbeck goes?
Yeah.
I think he goes.
No, get back involved in the next couple of squads.
Yeah, that's the main thing.
The World Cup's still a few months away, obviously.
The main thing he's got to continue.
And you know what? He might bring...
Form,
and obviously he's supposed to be with Chuck's side. He's supposed to be a good lad in here around the group.
Yeah.
You know, if he'd be happy to be bench and come on, you know, he would.
Yeah, but I'm sure he would be.
Some lads would go over, they'd be fuming to be on the bench.
He'd be delighted to be there.
He'd be happy with that.
When you're going in that vibe, you just go and
Whereas
play.
Watkins might be a little bit funny about that, I think.
Who knows?
He seems to struggle when there's someone next to him who's doing well, like remember with John Duran and stuff. Like, he kind of like had a funny energy about him where he didn't seem to go to the next level.
So Watkins 1 goal in 15 this season.
Well, it's not ideal.
No,
when you were in the squad, was there anybody that was a pain in the arse when they weren't starting?
I never saw that over England.
Did you not?
No.
There were lads that maybe got a little bit down.
Yeah.
You're always going to get down.
Not to the point of disruptive down.
I think you should get down because you should want to play.
Yeah.
But I just wonder if...
Can't think of anyone.
Yeah, well, I was going into squads knowing that I'm not starting, but I just always thought, let me give it, if I just want half a chance.
Yeah.
I used to think sometimes maybe Robbie Fowler would get down a little bit. Do you think that? Because I think he was unbelievable, wasn't he? But he would always start with like Shearer, Sheringham.
Yeah.
And Robbie was always...
The centre forwards were unbelievable.
Yeah,
Robbie could be scoring goals like left, right and centre. You
look at them for Righty, Les Ferdinand.
I think Les is also someone that get
Andy
frustrated.
Cole.
Cole would get frustrated, yeah.
That is absolute crazy how there was all them fantastic
Was it weird
forwards.
dynamics with England? Was it? I know you've spoke about it before at United. And That's awkward, isn't it? When there's a bit of
was
like,
awkward.
a
It was
little bit of
awkward.
It can be good sometimes.
It was
can't
awkward, wasn't it?
Was it?
It was strange.
awkward.
So even though that squad in '98, it was nice, and obviously went to the
Put your
World
hand
Cup and
up,
it went really nuts. Argentina,
His
everybody's
podcast.
together, but there was an energy that wasn't like.
You know, you're on about the manager. Can I say something? You know, you're not going down for a bite to eat, and the lads. But would they even try and organise it? Would it just be like a big long table where
Yeah, they did.
They try all
Couple
that
of times,
stuff.
yeah,
they did that.
Of course.
He did do that.
And we still sat together, but just...
Yeah, but you see the faces.
On each
I
other's
get it.
we were
knee.
at this end.
People sitting like that as well. on the
Gary like
table.
this.
This is true.
That's
yeah,
what's
but
feeding me.
When I used to go away with Ireland, I'd sit down, lads would come in for food, and I swear my kids like, and I'd be having my food, and people would stop and pause, and I'd be kind of, and they'd be looking at me, and they'd just carry on, just sit as far away from me. I'm like, I swear, they would, they'd sit as far away as possible from
Glenn
me.
introduced
Not all of them.
the long table. So you've got a table that holds 25 players or 24
yeah,
players.
yeah.
The problem with that is, if you have a round table that holds 10, you can speak to all the 10 people. If you sit on a long table of 24, you can speak to literally the 4 people that are
Well,
around
yeah,
you.
but you're sitting
Yeah.
next to each other, and it's
But you're
tight.
speaking less to people than you would do if you was 10.
Yeah.
But would
I get that.
managers
Yeah, no, I get it. Yeah,
Then
but
you come down
sometimes
for breakfast with an awkward face. Huh?
would managers not
you might be
go
sitting
though,
next to somebody
like,
different here and
switch
there
it
on
up?
different times.
We'd have managers that if they seen you were like just with your teammate, if we're in a meeting, they go, make sure you sit next to someone different. Like, would they
I
not
never
say
said
that?
that, no. In fact, staff used to come and sit with us a lot, didn't they?
Yeah, yeah.
You think of Peter Beardsley and Kevin Keegan?
Yeah.
They used to come and sit on our table loads.
Yeah.
Yeah, we
Monday
used to
morning
mix
then.
staff and players.
I'd draw the line at that. Yeah,
Just I was,
back away.
What I was going to say before, why my hand was up here, I saw this thing on Instagram the other
putting
day.
your hand?
No, it's important, this. And it was 1992, and what it did, it put the top goal scorers in the Premier League, and it changed basically the top 15 goal scorers in the Premier League, and it basically went 1992 all the way through to now. And the top 8 goal scorers, or 7 out of the top 8 goal scorers in like 94, 95, were you, Les Ferdinand, Shearer, Sheringham, Collymore, Coley, Fowler. It was like, I was like looking at it thinking there's 8 English strikers, and then you see how it goes to 2000, 2003, and all of a sudden it changes. It changes. It's amazing. It's actually a really...
What's it now, truthfully? How many would be in the top?
I don't know. To be fair, I didn't watch it to the end, but I remember stopping it and pausing it and thinking, oh my God, there's 8 English centre-forwards there. I think Chris Sutton might have been in there as well. Like 8 English centre-forwards in the top 9. It was unbelievable thinking about how many English forwards were.
He was a bit of a funny one, Chris Sutton, wasn't he?
Yeah.
A bit of a moaner, wasn't he, if he weren't playing?
Yeah, I remember he turned down under 21s or something, and then Glenn Oda
Or
wouldn't.
was it a B
Was it
game?
a B
Was
team?
a B game.
I think it was a B game. That's what it was. He turned down an England B game. I remember I played my first England B. It was at Millwall. I should have turned it down. But like, you go.
The old Millwall.
The old Millwall as well.
The Den.
Oh,
Remember playing there?
Yeah. We played down in the Youth Cup semi-final.
honestly, why would you let kids play there?
If Danny Welbeck continues his form at the moment, then yeah, 100% Danny Welbeck should be going to the World Cup in 2026. For a number of reasons, really, which is also linked to what we're going to talk about in a little minute with regards to all of the great English strikers that England used to produce. See, I've got an affinity for Danny Welbeck. Obviously, this is a Manchester United fan channel, usually, but we also talk about England as well. But because it's a United fan channel, I do have a little bit of an affinity towards Danny Welbeck because he used to be a good player for Manchester United. And Alex Ferguson was very good at utilising a certain kind of utility player. So, for instance, Phil Neville used to fill in at fullback and central midfield. Park Ji-sung used to help out everywhere. And Danny Welbeck used to do the same thing as well for United. Sometimes he'd play up front, sometimes he'd play on the wing. Danny Welbeck was a good sort of glue man for Manchester United. And yeah, he always had a good attitude. I remember Alex Ferguson talking about a story about Danny Welbeck when he was young. Almost like Danny Welbeck was very, very difficult to dislike. So Fergie would come over and say, you know what, Danny, I'll wring your neck one of these days. And Danny Welbeck would turn around to him and say, I'd probably deserve it. And Alex Ferguson couldn't help but crack a smile when he used to come up with little quips like that, because he was just a lovable character. And I always felt Danny Welbeck, he had all of the athletic talent in the world, and he used to get himself into positions to score, but for some reason, he didn't seem to have the killer instinct to want to sharpen and hone his craft to the point that made him world class. You know, because he was a phenomenal athlete. Plus, to be fair, he was a bit injury prone as well. But perhaps now that he's gone through a fantastic run of form, he's playing really well. Perhaps now he's had enough experience and he's had enough practice, and maybe something switched in training where he's really worked on his finishing. It's gotten to the point now where this is the time for him to fulfill his potential, you know? So yeah, I mean, England don't have a wealth of attacking talent right now. I mean, luckily we've got our number 9 is one of, if not the best number 9 in world football right now, Harry Kane at Bayern Munich. So we're lucky to have him. But if we didn't have Harry Kane, it would be very difficult to, well, we wouldn't have a world-class number 9 to replace him with. We just wouldn't. We would be stuck with Dominic Solanke. I mean, Ivan Toney's a good player, to be fair. It's a shame he's been wasted out there in Saudi Arabia. He should still be playing in the Premier League, to be fair. But there's no reason why we can't take Harry Kane, Ivan Toney, Dominic Solanke and Danny Welbeck, because Danny Welbeck doesn't have to play up front. He can play on the left, he can play on the right, he can play through the middle as well. He can also play at number 10 as well sometimes, because sometimes you need someone that glues things together, and Danny Welbeck would be an excellent addition as a utility man for England, and hopefully Thomas Tuchel sees that. But I don't know, there's something about these continental managers that they just like specific players to fill specific roles, and they like and they tend to gravitate towards a like for like replacement. And because Danny Welbeck has never been a specialist in his career, that might hold him back. But if he continues his form, then he has to be in the squad, 100%. So yeah, it's nice to see Danny Welbeck do so well in the Premier League, even at the ripe old age of 34, if that is indeed his age. But yeah, going back to the strikers that England used to have back in the day, wow. I mean, Robbie Fowler, Stan Collymore, even Chris Sutton, even though he's a bit of a moaner apparently, Alan Shearer, Ian Wright, Les Ferdinand, Rio's cousin, Michael Owen as well. And remember, Michael Owen, he was twice Premier League top scorer by the time he was 18. He was that good as well. I mean, who else was good? Dion Dublin, he was a good player. I mean, any one of those players would be playing for a top level team today. Easily. Robbie Fowler gets into any team in world football today. So does Alan Shearer. Ian Wright was a good player. He'd get into most top teams today as well. Chris Sutton was a good player. Chris Sutton would score 30 goals a season if he had the support of, say, Erling Haaland. No problem at all. Because this past generation or two, you know, they've grown up wanting to be wingers because of Messi and Ronaldo, or inside forwards. The inside forwards are the new goal scorers, and they have been for a generation or two. Back in the day, everyone wanted to be a striker, you know, because they grew up watching players like Marco van Basten and Ian Rush, Mark Hughes, Hristo Stoichkov, or Romario, all those guys, you know. So, yeah, wow. England used to have some absolutely amazing strikers, and it just shows you how much depth that we had if Robbie Fowler wasn't starting for England. Because as far as I remember, whenever he did come on, he was always absolutely lethal. And for 3 years for Liverpool, it was just insane how good he was. He just had an instinct for it, you know. But yeah, what do you guys think? Should Danny Welbeck go to the World Cup? And who was your favourite striker of the 90s? Thoughts in the comments, and the Big D will see you in the next one.